After the years and years of jokes about Grand Theft Auto 6 and the elongated wait for its release, not to mention countless untrustworthy leaks and rumours along the way, it was pretty remarkable to recently get not just a sneak peek at how the game is shaping up behind the scenes, but a boatload of stuff we were never meant to see. It certainly seems that Grand Theft Auto 6 is still a long time away from release, but we already have many reasons to get excited thanks to early looks at the title's gameplay. Whilst we can't show any of the leaked gameplay footage, there's plenty to talk about what we know for certain and what we can ascertain from what is being called the biggest leak in video game history. I'm Sai for WhatCulture.com and this is GTA 6 10 confirmed gameplay details. Number 10. Jason and Lucia. Ever since Grand Theft Auto 5 broke the series mold by featuring 3 equal parts protagonists, fanbase chatter has wondered what that meant for the future of the series. Would this become the status quo moving forward? Not only did the recent video leaks confirm a pair of playable characters, their presence calls back to a more recent report from Bloomberg about the game's story being framed as a Bonnie and Clyde tale of 2 criminals with an intimate relationship. Now we have our first look at the pair and their names, Jason and Lucia. More than just chatter about the number of characters, the idea of a female lead for the series has been a long-standing discussion in the GTA community that only got more intense in recent years. Lucia is the first female protagonist for the series since the original game, but back then it hardly mattered since everything was top-down and there was a far lesser emphasis on character. Like GTA 5, it appears that swapping between Lucia and Jason can be done at any time with the push of the down button on the D-pad. During certain instances, there's also footage of the game informing that R1 will allow the player to check with the other character nearby to make sure that your criminal activities are going off without a hitch. Number 9. Robberies. Perhaps the most tasty and widely shared piece of early gameplay from the GTA 6 leak is a scene where the player, as Lucia, robs a fast food joint. It's unclear whether this is part of a mission or just done during normal gameplay, but it does seem likely that this is something that the player can do at any time if they're willing to take the risk. Lucia can be seen to hold up the cashier. At one point, the player takes aim at a civilian and picks the option to restrain them, tying their wrists together, something new for the series. During all of this, a timer bar counts down at the top. Shortly after it depletes, the cops arrive at the scene and the pair steal a vehicle to escape with a 2-star wanted level. This might be a good, if slightly risky way to earn cold hard cash in GTA 6. It makes one wonder just how far the robbery gameplay element might go. Sure, stealing from the local Cluckin' Bell is one thing, but how about a bank? Number 8. More adept police. Whilst the robbery is all well and good and interesting to watch, it hides an alluring piece of information as Lucia gets in her stolen squad car to flee the scene. Text in the top left reads, "Any vehicle you are seen entering will be known by the law." Previously in GTA, escaping a wanted level could simply mean getting away from the police and hiding out somewhere. Once the blinking wanted level had vanished, you were free to roam the streets in the car that had just been through a high-speed chase. This little text box seems to imply that that may no longer be the case, and that GTA 6's law enforcement will have an eye out for the vehicle that their previously wanted criminals were last seen using. It's likely that this kind of notoriety that exists outside of the traditional wanted level can be overwritten by swinging by the classic pay and spray stores to repaint your vehicle, but all the same it'll put more pressure on the player to keep moving and abandon anything that might flag up on the VCPD's records. Number 7. The map size. Whilst not necessarily a gameplay detail, having confirmation on where Grand Theft Auto 6 takes place is a big deal. Speculation that the game would feature Rockstar's Miami equivalent has been rife for years, with the 2022 Bloomberg reports finally confirming that that would be the case. As seen in the leaked gameplay videos, it's most certainly the vibrant and tropical Vice City, as noted by the VCPD marked police cars, the Vice City Metro and various buildings in the background. Whilst we don't know precisely how big the map is yet, it's likely that Vice City itself will be a lot larger than you remember it from the PS2 if players are being given the option to use a metro to navigate it. However, various other leaks, some that go as far back as 2018, have stated that whilst Vice City is a key location, the game was going under the development name Project Americas because it would also take players to Central and South America. Whilst the gameplay we have seen through the leak seems to all be in Vice City, this development name has been confirmed via a short clip of windowed gameplay that featured the file name Americas. Ergo, it's entirely possible that this is going to be far and away the biggest GTA map, one that takes us right across the continent. Number 6. Vice City's Bayou. Whilst we never see it in the leaked videos, there's a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that we will have an opportunity to explore the countryside of Grand Theft Auto's Florida. Like how San Andreas and GTA 5 both really made the area around Los Santos more than just a cityscape, we can expect to see the surrounding areas of Vice City as confirmed in the Bloomberg piece earlier this year. To build upon this, there were a few blink and you'll miss the moments in those numerous gameplay leaks. First and foremost, the existence of drivable airboats. We don't get a clear look at it, but it appears to be a totally new design from the hoverboats of GTA's past and more in line with bayou and swamp boats of the real world. They would be perfect for exploring Vice City's wilderness. By looking through text that appears alongside the gameplay, it appears that wildlife in Vice City will feature raccoons, boars and alligators, which further points to the possibility of swamp-like areas. Finally, there are mentions of fishing spots and bait shops, which would be a totally new gameplay mechanic for the series, although something that Rockstar has experience with now thanks to Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 5. WHATUP texting. In the past, GTA was famous for moving around the time periods of America to set its stories in various decades of cultural significance. Vice City hasn't been seen in the GTA canon since the 1980s, so there's going to be lots of changes for fans to soak up in the 6-numbered title, as it seems pretty clear the game takes place in the modern day. Not only do leaked videos show pedestrians using smartphones, including one who is very clearly taking selfies, a piece of text that appears when Jason walks around a strip club informs the player they have a new WhatUp message, Rockstar's nod to WhatsApp Messenger. The return of the mobile phone isn't surprising since it was a clever way to hide various menus and information and not clutter GTA 5's user interface. Plus, setting the game in this time period means that GTA Online, not to mention the main game as revealed by the Bloomberg report, can grow post-launch in truly interesting and modern ways. Additionally, in terms of when the game is set, a conversation between two NPCs in the leak mentions the fate of Life Invader CEO Jay Norris from GTA 5, confirming that the next installment will take place after 2013 at the very least. Number 4. More realistic character animations. At the time of writing, it's been a full 9 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 initially launched, and in that time, gaming has evolved in the technological department. Considering that Rockstar has all of their studios reportedly working on GTA 6, as they quite rightfully should, we should expect high quality in all areas from the finished product. The leaked gameplay videos we have seen are very early alpha builds of the game, and it looks so much better than it should already, so it's exciting to think what the finished product will look like when it eventually arrives. This isn't just limited to graphics, but clearly there is a strong emphasis on high quality animations so that characters in the GTA 6 world move realistically and interestingly. Leaks have shown us lots of new animations, not just reinventions of the expected, but also things that are new to GTA, including switching weapons between hands, swiftly being able to drop guns and pick up new ones, as well as slinging rifles onto a character's back when not in use. Putting those weapons to good use also looks a lot smoother too, with an extended clip of drive-by animations that look more varied and more fluid as Jason stretches out of the window of a vehicle in a variety of ways to get a more accurate view around him. Number 3. Limited inventory. In the past, Rockstar has let us run riot with as much mayhem as we could possibly produce. There's a line with realism, one that video games often ignore for the sake of fun. It doesn't matter how Trevor fits a handgun, shotgun, machine gun, machete, rocket launcher, stacks of grenades, etc. on his person, we were just happy to ignore the logic. Red Dead Redemption 2 was such a step forward for the company and the industry's view on realism in games, with divisive opinions, and it'll be interesting to see if that impacts how GTA 6 plays. We already have our first look with several clips that show us early versions of the game's much more reduced inventory. For now, it seems that Jason and Lucia can carry 5 firearms and 1 melee weapon each. That being said, it seems that this can be upgraded as we do briefly see Lucia with a duffel bag that increases her inventory space by 2. It'll be an interesting change, and whilst it's a reduction, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Combining this with the ability to drop and grab new weapons on the fly, it'll present combat in a different way to players, especially in harder and longer shootouts. Number 2. Stealth gameplay. Because a lot of the GTA 6 gameplay leak is without context, we're yet to see stealth in action, but it seems, judging from several new ways that the player can move, that it's going to factor into the franchise for the first time. New for GTA 6 is moving prone and crawling across the ground. In fact, there is a frankly incredible animation of Jason smoothly moving a crate out of his way as he does so. Additionally, in a short section, the player can be seen carrying an NPC over their shoulders in a fireman's carry. Whilst this has been a part of Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption series for lassoing folk to take them to your horse, there's not been much reason for Grand Theft Auto to integrate this until now. The ability to sneak past hostiles rather than engage with them is certainly something that could be improved upon for the upcoming title compared to its predecessors, giving players more options on how to approach situations. More than that, picking up and hiding downed bodies to maintain your stealth could be something really rewarding. GTA 6 won't just be about super smooth graphics and frame rate, it needs to add to the franchise's gameplay formula, and this is certainly a feature that the series really could integrate with great ease. Number 1. Modes of transportation. Through the near hour of gameplay that has been leaked so far, keen-eyed GTA fans have picked out plenty of vehicles that they recognise from either gameplay or on-screen text. Whilst many are of course subject to change, classics like the Picador and the Sanchez dirt bike seem to be on the list to be making comebacks. Found in the source code are a couple of particularly interesting transportation methods, one futuristic and one more old school. The first of which will be making a grand return from GTA Online and San Andreas, as text exists that says equip jetpack. Perhaps even more exciting and unexpected, however, and yet another connection to the franchise's sister series, are the words mount horse. With a brand new countryside to explore, it absolutely makes sense to include this, especially as the team have experience doing so with the Red Dead series. It'll be interesting to see how much of the same gameplay dynamics cross over, and if they change, whether GTA's protagonists will be able to jump on wild horses or have to seek out trained ones. Either way, expect all kinds of chaos to ensue when players rob grocery stores and try to escape down the street on a horse. And that's the list. Let us know what you thought of this video down in the comments below, and how excited you are for Grand Theft Auto 6 now that we've gotten our first taste. Whilst you're there, let us know of any gameplay details that you saw from the leak that we missed. Make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I've been Cy for WhatCulture, and have a good week.